Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, guys, to the funding table where we talk about real estate, lending, faith, marriage, and real life here in the heart of Texas. I'm your host, Rosie Maya.
Welcome back, guys. It's Sammy.
It's so good to have you guys back.
It's nice and chilly outside.
Yeah, I hate it. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things, but I just want to give you a little bitty sneak peek. We're going to be talking about interest rates, deceptive marketing, buyer's leverage, and what to expect in your market.
Ooh, I can't wait.
And look, let me preface this by saying that everything is hyper local. So, like, your area might not look the same as my area. So, everything in real estate is pretty much hyper local. So, it's not going to be the same thing for all of Texas. But right now, where I am currently at, which is Laredo, this is where I'm seeing what we're going to talk about. Okay. We're not going to get into it right now, but you'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see.
So if you're watching and you're from Arkansas, your market might look a little bit different than ours, or if you're in Connecticut or California, wherever it might be. So all of our fans, because we're real famous, we got fans all around the world. But your market might be a bit different than ours. You might still be able to learn some things to pay attention for that can help you capitalize on your market. But right now, we're going to be really hyper focused on South Texas.
Okay. Now, here is the infamous question that we get constantly throughout the week, right? And this is,
I already feel it.
how are the rates looking?
What are the rates?
Not, how are you, Rosie? How are the rates?
You're my long lost cousin. Oh, Sammy, it's been a long time. What's up? What are the rates like? Hey, what do you do for a living? I'm a lender. How are the rates? But there are so many different factors that go into, what the rates are. Like you refinancing, or you purchasing, or doing a cash out, or you taking equity out, or you looking for a HELOC, or you an investor buying an investment property. Like,
I know. I'm like, no, I've been on a calorie deficit and I'm thriving, by the way. Thank you for asking.
Yep.
So,
I'm living my best life. That's how the rates are.
yes. But in reality, the interest rates have dropped. So, this makes it a lot more affordable for home buyers that are looking to purchase their first home, or even investors. Rates have just dropped throughout every type of loan option.
And they've been decreasing for the past couple of years. They may not be at that pandemic lows, but they have dropped considerably. And so anybody that's been on the sidelines, first-time home buyers, investors, rates are really solid right now. And we don't know if they're ever going to go lower. Maybe they go a bit lower. Maybe they don't. Maybe they go higher from here. But they're at really solid levels right now. Really solid low interest rates right now.
Yes, and this makes it so much more affordable for someone that's looking to buy a house. So obviously, lower rates are going to help lower your monthly payment, and that's truly what a lot of home buyers are looking at. They're looking to see what it's going to cost to buy a house and what the monthly payment's going to look like for them. So
I mean, I've been doing this for a decade, and like that's what I'm going to look for.
Yeah.
I'm gonna what's my rate? Or what's my monthly payment? Make sure everything's in that monthly payment. But yeah, even me being in the industry for 10 years, like that's what I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for it, I know you're looking for it. You want to know what that rate is and what that monthly payment is.
1000%.
Now, there are different types of lenders. Some lenders have low rates, some lenders have high rates, and so you do want to make sure you're working with the right one, the right team. But if you bought a couple years ago, and your rate is up there, sevens, eights, and even high sixes, it's probably a phenomenal time to refinance, lower that interest rate. There definitely could be some savings for you right now on the table.
So I'll ask you the question that, everybody's asking, right?
Oh, I feel it.
Where are the interest rates right now?
What are the interest rates?
Yeah, what are the interest rates? What are they looking like right now? What are they looking for, let's say, for a home that is priced at $300,000, right?
Okay, it's a good price.
680 scores.
Okay, it's a good score.
Let's say fixed FHA, 30-year financing. What would that look like?
All right, so 680 credit score, FHA, 30-year fix, 300,000 sales price, rates. I'm seeing them. I can give you a range. From 5.25 to 5.75. APR going to be 6.078 to 6.561. That's a good range, but interest rates from 5.25 to 5.75, those are solid interest rates. It's massive savings, super low monthly payments for buyers.
Phenomenal.
Phenomenal. And
Phenomenal.
even I've even seen in some scenarios, the 5.125 and 4.99, 4.875. Some of those rates in the fours can be buzz topic. Those could be buzzwords, those rates in the fours, but super solid rates. Like, they're not in the sixes and sevens like they were a couple of years ago, or eights even. Some lenders, you are. And but they're not in the twos and ones like they were, during COVID. I remember we did interest rates. Remember I did a few of them where the rates were in the ones. People are always asking, are the rates ever going to get that low again? And I don't know. I don't know if rates are going to get lower. They might not even go lower than they are right now. There's been a steady decrease over the past couple of years to these super low levels right now of rates, and they could go higher from here. These are phenomenal rates right now in this market. So if you've been second guessing or on the sideline waiting to purchase, thinking that rates are going to go down to those pandemic levels, ones and twos, you could be waiting forever.
Yeah, and you might price yourself out of the market, if you were looking to purchase during the times where the rates were at the absolute lowest and thought, you know what, maybe the rates are going to get any lower, which was beyond me. I don't know why you would want to wait that out, right?
Basically free money.
Yeah, I don't know why, but there was people out there that were like, you know what, I know that they're going to get lower than what they are right now. And I'm like, okay. Yeah, now look at them. Look at where they're at. They're nowhere near. I don't expect them to go lower like they did during the pandemic.
Yeah,
we're not expecting that.
I don't think so whatsoever. I remember during the pandemic, when the Federal Reserve announced that the Fed funds rate went to zero.
Yeah.
That same day and that whole week, I was getting calls. I heard the interest rates are zero. I'm like, no, the interest rates are around 2%. And I remember people saying, I'm gonna wait it out because it's probably gonna take a while for them to come to that funds rate and match to 0%. Like the rate should be zero, and I think some people waited. And missed out on some of those things.
Yeah, well, you played yourself, okay? Because
I'm sorry if that was you.
No, yeah, I remember they were calling me talking about, hey, I heard that the rates dropped to zero. I'm like, where?
Yeah.
Because I'm going to.
That's free money.
I'm like, where?
That's like, here's the $100,000. All you gotta pay back is $100,000. Like, show me, brother.
Yeah, no, and the cool thing too is that right now in our market, we're seeing that the buyers have a lot of leverage when it comes to negotiating sales price, negotiating closing costs from the seller or builder. Granted, this is if you hire a really good realtor, because you'll obviously need a really good realtor to negotiate on your behalf. And it really makes a heck of a difference. Really does.
That's the bread and butter right there.
Yes.
You don't know how many times I've seen, both sides of that spectrum, even sometimes on the house next door. Like, I've seen that spectrum where you have somebody that's really working and fighting and trying to help you maximize your leverage. And I've seen somebody who's just doing the job. And the savings are astronomical. Let me tell you, you definitely want somebody on your side that's maximizing the leverage for you. You definitely want a good realtor. Yes. That is your bread and butter. Isn't that true, baby?
100%. 100%. I mean, working with a strong realtor will help you negotiate a sales price, will help you negotiate closing cost, and get your offer accepted,
It might help you negotiate a survey, might even help you get a title policy. Who knows, maybe even a fridge. A microwave, a good realtor might get you all the little fixings on top of their.
These things add up, they add up. So it's definitely worth hiring a really strong realtor.
Work with a reputable, strong realtor that's good at negotiating. And to all my South Texas people, if you don't know who that could be for you, contact us. We'll help you find who that could be for you. We've done deals all throughout South Texas, and we see who the players are in the negotiating field and who moves for their clients, who moves mountains for their clients. So
Yes. And when you get your realtor to negotiate seller concessions or seller contribution towards your closing cost, you can use that to pay off your closing cost and possibly even lower your interest rate.
oh
So,
man, it's making it so affordable for buyers right now.
yes, the affordability is there.
So that leverage is there for you to maximize as long as you know how to grab it and take advantage of it. It could be so affordable right now to get into a home, and you could get such a sweet deal with super nice low rates.
Yes. I mean, at the end of the day, a buyer is looking for what the interest rate is, what the monthly payment is, and then what are they coming to the closing table with.
That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 10 years, and I'm looking for that same exact thing. What's my rate? What's my monthly payment? How much is it going to cost me at the end of the day?
100%. So these are definitely things that will help a buyer come in with the lowest amount possible to the closing table. And mind you, right now we're seeing that the buyers have such a leverage here in our local Laredo, but it could be different in a few months from now.
Tax season around the corner.
Tax season is around the corner. You know, once people get that money, there's more buyers out on the market looking to purchase a home.
That's so true.
So
maybe try and sneak in before the rush. You know, I can see, I've already felt the market heating up a bit, and seen the applications coming in more frequent, and I've seen the moves being made out there in the market.
yes.
I feel it heating up. So, you know, you can only imagine if there's an extra 2 or 3 people, let's just say, competing for a house that you might like, you might lose some negotiating power. So,
Yeah.
if you're ready, you know, make the move.
Yeah, as a buyer, you're going to want all of the leverage that you can possibly have,
Preach it,
right?
sister.
Yeah, you're going to want all the power that you can possibly have when it comes to buying your home. And it's important to time it when you can, right? Right now is the perfect time. There's no perfect time than the present to purchase your home. If you're ready, buy before tax season hits.
Actually, there is a more perfect time than the present.
What?
5 years ago.
Yeah, you know what?
Say, you should have bought last year. Should have bought last year.
You're spot on. I was like, what is he going to say, right? It's like, what is this guy going to say? But no, you're 100% right.
If it wasn't 5 years ago or it wasn't last year, it's today. Yeah.
Yes, you could have easily priced yourself out of the market if you waited, you know? Maybe we can get a realtor out here to discuss the differences between a house that was priced 5 years ago to current date, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe an expert to talk about that.
We could have a guest on the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. You know, that's something to think about.
A little food for thought, maybe.
A little food for thought.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could have priced yourself out of the market, you know?
I've seen, like, even in markets where things slow down, and, you know, we'll probably get more info from, you know, that guest when they come on, but, like, even when markets slow down, you know, it's not like a crazy reduction in value of a home. It just means that it increased by value less. So, like, you know, like, even in a slow year, I've seen the house last year was $250,000, this year is $255,000. In a hot year, the house last year was $250,000, this year is $270,000. So, like, even on a slower year, you're not really seeing house prices decrease, really. Like, year over year, the trend just seems to be rising prices. And, you know, 1 year over another, you know, it might rise 5%, it might rise 2%, it might rise 1%, it might rise 0.5%. But generally, we're seeing up and to the right prices going up.
Yeah, for sure. So if you're timing the market, right now is the perfect time to buy because you're going to have that upper hand when it comes to the negotiations. And right now, there's not enough buyers. There's a lot of sellers, a lot of houses for sale, but not enough buyers. So you definitely do currently have the upper hand. Now, what's going to be trending here soon is that people are going to be getting their income tax money. There's going to be a lot more buyers out on the market wanting that same home. So your leverage just
decreased.
Yeah, just decreased.
Yeah.
And could have diminished depending on how many buyers are truly coming out on the market, you know? So it's definitely something to consider, right?
Facts, sister. Side rant. Sometimes we go on a side rant.
Yeah, sometimes we go on a side rant.
No, but you're 100% correct. And you know, if you're in the market and you want to learn how to maximize that leverage, contact us.
Yeah, for sure. Make sure that you understand your loan options, what you're qualified for, what your options are currently right now, and make sure that you hire a really good realtor that is a strong negotiator and has your back 100%. Here are some trends that I think that are going to happen here shortly, right? I think that once the tax season hits, we're going to start seeing a lot of more applications. We're already seeing the market heat up right now.
I'm seeing it.
Yeah, we're seeing it, but I think it's going to be even more so. So for realtors, you're probably going to see more lease agreements. You're going to see more people wanting to buy houses because they have that income tax money as a little bit of reserves or have it as a down payment. And when people have more money in their pocket, they're willing to try to, go on the market to find a house for their family.
True that.
And we're probably going to see houses not sit on the market for so long because there's going to be more buyers,
Yeah,
right?
For a while though, they were sitting. I've seen them, sitting for what, like 3-4 months.
Sometimes, yeah. They were
So,
getting a little dusty.
Yeah, they're getting a little dusty.
Yes, and another thing that I'm continuing to see and that we will probably see here from here on out is that buyers are a lot more cautious and they're a lot more educated as well, which is a good thing, and listen, ChatGPT can help you,
but it don't got all the answers.
It doesn't have all the answers, let me tell you.
AI is not as smart as you think it is.
AI is not as smart as you think it is, guys. Okay, it's really not. Man. It's not.
I'm glad somebody said it.
It blows my mind how many people use ChatGPT, and I kind of get worried. Like, I kind of get worried for the people that don't possess the power now to critically think. It's diminishing people's train of thoughts. And anyways,
side rant.
That's a side rant. Yeah, side rant. But
there's definitely more education flowing out there.
Yes, and if you feel like you're not understanding your options, then it sounds like you might need to fire your loan officer or your realtor. Get someone that's gonna walk you.
Fire your team and call me.
It sounds like you need to have a loan officer that's gonna walk with you hand by hand, and a realtor that's gonna be able to educate you and help you understand. And more than anything, you have to trust them, trust their professional opinion. But you'll have that gut feeling if you feel like it's not working out. So make sure you trust that gut feeling. And buyers right now are being even more strategic as well. So that's a really good thing, because when you're working with a really good realtor and lender duo, you guys are going to have the strategies to get, a home buyer into the house with the lowest monthly payment, the lowest cash to close.
Most bang for your buck.
Yes, absolutely. So it is truly a team dynamic that makes it happen for our buyers out there. Let me circle back to real quick, right? Because it slipped my mind, right? Let me circle back. It slipped my mind.
Side rant.
That I know that earlier you were talking about the 4.99 interest rates, and we're seeing those. I've quoted them, but I've also seen them too from other lenders with loan estimates.
I know where you're going with this.
Yes, and you really need to understand what that option is out there, because I'm seeing that they're being marketed as an adjustable rate when a buyer thinks that it's a 30-year fix, and they have no idea that it's gonna jump, right?
Like that rate could disappear on you like that. You could pay 20 or 30 grand.
Not
for it,
could.
It could just disappear.
Not could. It will disappear.
It probably will disappear.
That's what adjustable is.
Yeah.
It moves. Yeah. Right? It moves.
I've seen even them advertising that 4.99 as like temporary buy down. So like that's not even really the rate. Those temporary rates are. People think that that's what their interest rate is. If your temporary rate is a 4.99, interest is not accumulating on the loan at a 4.99. It's likely accumulating at a lot higher of a rate. So you're seeing the ARM loans, you're seeing the temporary buy downs. I seen one where it cost somebody like 25 grand, and I looked at the rate sheet myself, and I was like, man, that rate will cost you like 8 grand with us, but you're paying 30 over there. So not all lenders are the same. Not all rate options are the same.
It's wild out there, guys.
There can be huge deceptive marketing tactics out there.
For sure. For sure. There's deceptive marketing out there. And it sucks, especially for buyers that are out on the market looking to get really good, honest financing. And sometimes it's just not out there. And I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. We do a really good job. I mean, when we came out here to
I mean, at
Laredo,
least we think we do.
no, I know we do. Um, when we came out here to Laredo, we definitely came into a Wild West situation out
Wild
here.
West out
It
here.
was wild. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it, but we really came here and were hated by everyone because we were doing things by the book, doing things right,
Doing things
doing
different.
things
Doing things at better rates than the market around us.
like we're literally known as better rates, better loans out here.
That's our
We are known
slogan.
for that. And we're known for our integrity, our honesty. And it's crazy. We're just doing our job. You know, we're just doing our job by the book, and making sure that our clients are well educated and know exactly what they're getting themselves into. But
But it was a Wild West.
it was wild, guys.
Still some wildness.
No, it's still out here. You know,
Yeah, still some
sometimes I'm
wildness.
like,
Hey, but like bit by bit, year by year, like all glory to God. But we've had a big change in this market. Like we came in and like we've been affecting this market. We've changed it. We had a bunch of people who were in retail lending after losing us for many years as far as helping buyers save. They changed their mind. They started to like adapt the model a bit and change lenders and jump from company to company and company just to compete. And
right.
like I've seen retail lenders just completely shut down here, and so like we've definitely had a big effect on the market. Glory to God, uh, and that comes all at the benefit of Laredo home
Buyers.
buyers.
Yeah,
You're getting better deals now.
for sure, which is awesome.
All glory to God.
Yeah, all glory to God. I mean, we came here for we don't know what purpose, right? We just came out here. There was an opportunity, and we came out here.
We came and we're here, and now
Yeah.
we're coming to you live.
No, it's funny. Yeah, sometimes I'm like, man, should I like email like CC the CFPB and be like, homie,
Stop.
come through.
Yeah, audit season I'm sure is fun in Laredo.
I don't know if they audit Laredo, to be honest. I don't know, but that's a side rant, guys.
Side
rant. But we're so happy to keep coming with different episodes for you guys. I'm excited for the next ones that we're going to be rolling out.
Me too.
Maybe we'll have a special guest.
Sometime soon we should.
Maybe, yeah. I know we've been like maybe chatting about it here and there. I don't know necessarily, but that would be a good thing maybe to have like a realtor come out and talk about how you might have priced yourself out from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So that's definitely maybe something that we're going to be thinking about in the works. But if you enjoyed this episode, you learned something from this episode, feel free. Please share, like this video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Share it with your mother, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.